Hi everyone, Peter here from Flow High Performance, and in this video we'll be exploring how to program strength training for field sport athletes. Before we can program strength training for athletes, we first need to establish what strength training is. Essentially, strength training has the goal of increasing maximum force output, which is usually measured by how much weight can be lifted. Strength training for field sport athletes particularly refers to training for the lower body. This is because athletic movements seen in field sports will benefit most from higher force outputs from the lower body. For example, sprinting and jumping require high forces to be produced by the lower body, although the upper body and trunk are still involved in these exercises. So what strength exercises are best for field sport athletes? While there is no single best exercise for any athlete, we generally want to select exercises which allow the athlete to produce high forces from the legs. Exercise such as the back squat, box squat, trap bar deadlift, conventional deadlift, leg press, and heavy sled pushes are all great options as they can be loaded heavy and allow the athlete to exert high forces. The exact exercise that is chosen should come down to which exercise the athlete can safely and competently perform. This may vary from athlete to athlete based on their age and training experience. So what benefits does strength training have for field sport athletes? While strength training is not a very specific form of athletic development, it still has benefit for athletes. Since strength training can enhance how much maximal force is able to be produced, this can enhance how much force is produced in short time frames, as seen during athletic movements. For example, if an athlete becomes stronger, they may be able to produce slightly higher forces with each step during a sprint, allowing them to run slightly faster. However, it needs to be understood that strength training alone is unlikely to enhance performance. It needs to be trained in conjunction with other athletic qualities. Now we can establish how strength training can be programmed for field sport athletes. We will explore how strength training can be programmed at 3 different times of the year. During the early preparation period of an athlete's year, higher reps in the 6 to 10 range should be implemented with lighter loads. This form of training will emphasize muscle growth and connective tissue adaptations, which will enhance the amount of tissue that can contribute to force production. Volume should increase from week to week as a progression method, while load should remain the same. A mesocycle in the early preparation period may look something like this. We have chosen the trap bar deadlift as a strength exercise, where sets are performed in the 6 to 10 rep range. Let's say for this athlete, a load of 100 kilos is appropriate for this rep range. We can also see here that sets increase each week, while the load and rep ranges remain the same. During the later preparation period of the year, moderate rep ranges of around 3 to 5 should be implemented with appropriate loads. This will allow higher forces to be produced while still maintaining structural adaptations. The progression model here should increase in intensity while volume is maintained. This can be done by increasing the load slightly each week while maintaining the number of sets performed. A mesocycle in the later preparation period of the year may look something like this. The trap bar deadlift has been selected once again so that the progression from mesocycle to mesocycle is easy to see. The rep range has now been reduced to 3 to 5 reps, while the number of sets remains the same apart from week 1, as it is an unloading week. The weight used starts from 110 kilos and increases by 2.5 kilos each week as a form of progression. When the athlete needs to be in peak condition, low rep ranges of around 1 to 4 should be used with heavy loads to maximize force output. This should have the highest transfer to athletic performance, which is what we want at this time of the year. The progression model should follow an increase in load each week with a reduction in volume to dissipate fatigue. A peaking mesocycle may look something like this. The trap bar deadlift has been implemented once again. Here the reps decrease each week from 4 down to 1, and sets also decrease to reduce fatigue. This will allow the load to increase each week by 5 kilos since the reps and sets decrease. This will allow the highest force production and have the most benefit to athletic performance. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you got something out of this video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already.